Betrayed by my husband. I should have known something was off the night my husband came home reeking of someone else's perfume, subtle, but not mine, and definitely not from work. He barely looked at me, just muttering about being tired and heading straight for the shower. For weeks, he'd been colder, his text shorter, our conversations clipped and awkward. I told myself maybe he was stressed, but the pit in my stomach kept growing. Then, on a Saturday morning, he asked if I'd come with him to meet a friend at a coffee shop downtown. I said yes, hoping for some kind of explanation, maybe even an apology. Instead, I walked in to see him sitting with a woman whose eyes were red from crying, her hands clutching a folder stuffed with documents. She didn't look at me. He explained, in the flattest voice I'd ever heard, that he'd married her 3 months ago so she could stay in the country. He said it was just paperwork, nothing more, and he needed me to pretend I was fine with it for an upcoming immigration interview. My head spun. He wasn't even sorry. He acted like this was a minor inconvenience, like I should just play along and not make a scene. The woman finally spoke, apologizing. But it was clear she was desperate. My husband squeezed her hand under the table. That tiny gesture said everything. I realized it wasn't just paperwork, there was something real between them, something he'd never shown me. The betrayal wasn't just the lies or the secret marriage, it was that he wanted me to help him keep up this charade, like my feelings were the least important thing in his world. I left them sitting there, his voice trailing after me, promising he'd explain more later. I spent the night pacing our apartment, rage and heartbreak boiling together. Part of me wanted to burn everything he owned, but another part wondered if I'd somehow driven him to this, if my love wasn't enough, or if I'd missed the signs on purpose. When he came home the next morning, suitcase in hand, he didn't look at me. He said he'd be staying with her for a while, just until things settled down. That's when I realized, the person I thought I married never really existed, and I'd been in love with someone who'd been acting the whole time.